Making hard choices without looking back starts with a clear picture of what matters most to you. When your decisions reflect your deepest principles, whether that's honesty, personal growth, responsibility, or kindness, you'll find it simpler to stand by the path you choose, even when it's challenging. Rather than drifting from one impulse to the next, anchoring yourself in your core beliefs gives your mind a solid reference point and makes you far less likely to question your motives after the fact. First, take time to uncover your true priorities. Write down the values that guide you, maybe independence, creativity, or supporting others. Rank them by importance. If you're stuck, imagine looking back on your life in 20 years. What would you regret neglecting? That exercise often reveals hidden desires and unspoken commitments. Once you know your top 3 or 4 values, you can measure every option against them and instantly see which choice honors where you want your life to head. Next, gather the facts. Create a simple pros and cons list for each option, jotting down tangible benefits and potential downsides. Look at deadlines, budgets, relationships, and timing. Use your logical mind to weigh trade-offs. Does one path offer greater stability but less excitement? Will another demand more work now for bigger rewards later? Concrete analysis keeps you from ignoring crucial details and lets you choose with a sense of evidence rather than guesswork. At the same time, give your emotions a voice. After you've crunched the numbers, pause and notice how you feel when you picture each scenario. Do you tense up, or does your chest feel lighter? Often, your emotional response signals something your rational mind hasn't considered, like a fear of failure or a longing for adventure. Hearing that inner reaction can be just as important as any spreadsheet, because it's rooted in your personal history and unspoken needs. Before committing, define what success looks like for this decision. Is it personal growth, financial gain, a happy relationship, or simply peace of mind? Be specific. I will feel successful if I learn a new skill in 3 months. Or, I will feel proud if I maintain my integrity even under pressure. Clear success criteria give you something real to measure against later, so you won't be left wondering whether you succeeded or failed when the dust settles. Once you know your values, your facts, and your success metrics, imagine the future for each choice. Run through best and worst case scenarios in your head. Picture the ideal outcome and the biggest hurdle you might face. Think also about how others, friends, family, or colleagues will react. Ask yourself, would I still feel comfortable if this decision were announced publicly? That question is surprisingly powerful for curbing secret doubts and ensuring you're proud of your stance. Understand that regret is simply a natural reaction, not a verdict on your judgment. It's normal to feel second-guessing when faced with uncertainty. Instead of treating regret like proof of failure, see it as a signal to reassess what you've learned. If the outcome wasn't ideal, pinpoint why. Maybe you underestimated the time required or overestimated your resources. That insight becomes a tool for smarter decisions next time, not a reason to dwell on what went wrong. After you decide, lean in and follow through confidently. Clear away distractions that fuel hesitation. Put your phone on silent, tell a trusted friend your plan, or schedule regular check-ins with yourself. Avoid sinking into endless what-if loops. By committing your energy to execution rather than rumination, you build momentum and reinforce your belief in your own ability to choose wisely. Inevitably, no plan unfolds perfectly. When obstacles arise, adjust your course rather than abandon ship. Treat setbacks as part of the process. If you encounter an unexpected roadblock, ask yourself what the next logical step is. Do you need more information, extra help, or simply a break? Flexibility in response doesn't mean you chose poorly. It shows you're resilient and resourceful. Finally, celebrate the fact that you took action. Growth doesn't come from flawless performance, but from thoughtful, deliberate effort. Each time you make a tough call, grounded in your values, backed by logic and informed by emotion, you sharpen your decision-making muscle. Over time, you'll find that making hard decisions feels less intimidating, and regret will transform from a burden into a signpost guiding you toward wiser choices down the road. Subscribe for more.